Hello, we're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine mutual energy check. Thank you for joining us. If you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you could, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow as well as helps me pick up on the energy. If these messages are helping you, please help the algorithm and interact with the channel so the messages can reach others and help them as well. We're going to go ahead and get started with Oracle for the counterparts. Let's start with Divine Masculine. Leave your usual social circles behind. Seek out true companions. So it's like masculine's in the energy of leaving his social circle, his usual social circle. Those that think like him, act like him, behave like him, people that he's always been around, people that he's always followed. It's saying seek out true companions. So it's also giving me the energy of not feeling. You see how this circle here is kind of like ho-hum, drab and bored. This one up here is looking outward, out of what's in front of him. So it's like tired of what's going on within the circle, tired of the usual, the boredom, the ho-hum of it, and seeking for lighter. This one here is more lit up through this golden light in the background. Saying seeking out true companions, and I guess he's not really feeling the companionship of the usual circle, like not feeling like I don't fit in. I'm above that now because that one is on top. The other one is beneath. Not saying that anyone is above or below anybody. It's just I've outgrown that circle. That doesn't suit me any longer. And it says the lotus within you awakes. You are a master of light on high. Like I said, there's an awakening, there's lightning, there's blossoming, there's blooming. Like I said, the lotus flower blooms in dark, mucky situations, So he may feel like his usual circle isn't something that he can grow and bloom in, or he's outgrowing that dark, mucky situation, right? Let's get for mutual energy. For mutual, I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time holding these cards today. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. I keep getting the energy of lightning, awakening, being bold, being courageous, looking for the different, looking for change. As I said, that you are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. Have courage. Yes. Like, don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of the new, out of the norm. I think that's for mutual energy for you both to have a little courage to see what you can kind of spiritually and energetically withstand. And for feminine, there it is right there. I think feminine may be going through a blossoming as well. It's telling you to take a new direction. Look at that. Says you cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you. So there is a change within you. There is a light glowing for the both of you. I do get a sense of growth. I do get a sense of elevation. I do get a sense of that fight to change things in your life, to get out of the norm, to do better, get better, level up. Just expand, stretch your wings. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on for masculine first. I'm gonna try and not make this as long because of time constraints. I do get a sense of like trying to nurture what he wants. Masculine is trying to like kind of like, you know, I always use it, and I've used it before, like the metaphor of gardening. You go out there, you put the fertilizer on the ground, you make sure you keep it cut, you make sure it gets plenty of sunlight, you make sure it gets plenty of water, you go do the necessary things, and you kind of wait for it to grow. So it's like, hey, I want this beautiful green lush yard, so I gotta go out there and I gotta take care of it. I gotta make sure the environment is properly set for growth. So I do feel like that's what he's doing. And that goes back to leaving that social circle as well. So I got to make sure what I'm trying to grow, what I'm trying to cultivate, I need to get that away. And I'll wait for it. I'll wait for things to come. All right. So, I think the fear is coming from ego and a sabotaging type mindset. I think there is some fears around leaving his surrounding, his circle, his norm. It's like he's seeking out companionship. The circle doesn't work for him no more. Look at that, 5 of Swords. Yep, I said it. That's a lot. Conflict, because he's trying to overcome obstacles and challenges and things that kind of aren't working for him anymore, things that used to stand that don't stand anymore for him. Trying to overcome that, because it's like he realized that it don't work for him no more, and that's where the conflict then lies, because there's potential growth. Because even though I feel and I'm hiding how I feel about it, I'm still within that circle. So he's still there, he's still in that circle, social circle. It's just he's began to realize, and he's hiding how he feels, but he's trying to figure out how to overcome tearing apart this social circle. That was a lot, but again, the ego, there's a lot of mental conflict behind that. So let me alright, what else, masculine? What are you trying to tell us today? Yep, trying to figure out how to move on. Not sure how to do it. See, he wants to come in, express his emotions. He wants to express how he feels. He wants to come in with a new beginning and fresh start. Masculine is in the energy of, yeah, disappointment. It's like, okay, I feel this way, and it breaks my heart to do so, but I gotta plant another seed elsewhere. This doesn't work for me. I'm having trouble trying to figure out how to leave this circle, how to leave my environment. I want to express how I feel, but if I express it, it's going to cause some type of heartbreak. If I express it, it's going to cause some type of pain and sorrow. But I in order to get that, I kind of got to tell my truth. I got to kind of be honest about it in order to even get what I truly want and be successful in it. It's like he's collecting information, he's watching this thing fall, the things crumble around him, and again, repeated message, trying to overcome how he truly feels. And it's like, you have to stand in your truth. You have to make those tough calls. You have to have those tough conversations. That's the King of Swords energy. He speaks the truth. He makes logical and tough decisions. That's why they associate him to judges and voices of authority, because they speak with truth, honor, and clarity. And they analyze a situation and they make those decisions based on the information presented. Yes, it may be hard. Yes, is it fair? Yes. But it's still something hard for some of us to do, because as far as humans, we get emotional. We want to express the pain. We want to express how we we feel, instead of being logical about the situation. Yeah, hopeful, wanting to build, wanting to come back together, wanting to collaborate and work together, wanting to build, let those guards and defenses down. Yeah, and just surrender to the situation, because he feels left out in the cold and wanting to get something started and quite quickly, and maybe wanting to send messages, maybe wanting to text, email. Um, but weighing his options, trying to temper the situation, feeling the strong connection, trying to follow his heart, but also be fair and logical about the situation. Um, let's see here. Let's clarify. Well, not clarify. Let's get the rest of the cards for masculine. All right. So for masculine, two more. Wants to reveal what he's gotten enlightened about. There's the sun. What's been revealed. He wants to reveal it. He wants to shine some light. He wants to stand in his truth about how he feels. One, the how he truly feels about a family situation, what he's established over a long term, what he's been around, his social circle, what's already been established, right? The truth, right? But he also wants to discuss the potential further growth, wants to offer something small, tangible. He's trying to block out any negativity, any negative thoughts, and just move forward. Anything, trying to cut out being stuck in his head, honestly. Yeah, wants to move forward, take a leap of faith, and just come forward with emotion. But, yeah, that's the Chariot card. It's a lot of underlying energy that just repeats everything I said. So we're just going to go ahead and shift to the feminine now. You're experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Feminine, you may be going green, maybe eating more vegetables, drinking more water. Going down a new direction. It says open to new experiences, so you may be opening up to different things that may be possible in your life, whether it be new jobs, new relationships, new friend circles as well, kind of matching masculine. Alright, so for feminine, let's talk about it. Excuse me. Two of Cups. Yeah. It's like you're paying attention to the relationships you need to walk away from. You're paying attention to what no longer serves you. You're paying attention to how you feel about certain relationships, certain connections, things that, and I don't feel like it's necessarily with your masculine. You may be evaluating that as well, but I do definitely feel like you are no longer accepting certain type of relationships. You're getting clarity and taking action as it comes, clear about what to invest in and what not to. Mastering that King of Pentacles energy. Yes, it is a king. Yes, this is correlated to feminine, but I feel the energy of mastering. The King of Pentacles did not become the King of Pentacles by just investing in anything and everything. The King of Pentacles is the energy of knowing what to invest in, the boss, the shot caller, the one that knows what has potential growth and what doesn't. You don't invest the pentacle in something infertile. You do not invest the pentacle, the time, the energy, the money, the resources, things that grow over time into something that's infertile. So the King of Pentacles is the master of that, knowing what to nurture, what not to nurture. The Queen of Pentacles is the same, but she knows how to the groundwork to nurture it. The King of Pentacles is the shot caller saying, "Nay, that's not something I'm going to invest my time in." Right? Clear about it. But underlying energy, conflict, you have some type of conflict, so you may be have received some type of communication or downloads, and you're going within about it. You may be getting some type of insight and needing to kind of expand and stretch your wings on that as well, on what you're starting to realize. Because this one here is like, oh, I see. Like, look at her face. Like, oh, really? It's an energy of, I'm looking at this. I know what I'm looking at. I'm observing. And it's even what I'm experiencing on what I'm observing. I'm experiencing the energy of, I need to walk away. I'm experiencing looking at this relationship, observing it, and paying attention to what needs to be left behind. All right, for feminine, yeah. Look at that. Empress energy. Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. Definitely thinking about the past. Definitely thinking about equal give and take, what to give. You're looking at what you have been giving out, the hands that are like, oh, give me, and you're thinking about it. It's like, why are there so many hands in front of me? It's like they have their hands out and they're empty. They have nothing to give back, but you're just sitting there like dishing it out. Here you go. Here you go. And you're thinking about that. You're thinking about that. And there we go with the Empress energy. You're expecting something in return. It's like, why am I giving and not getting anything back in return? You're thinking about reciprocity. You're thinking about what you expect in return. You're thinking about past emotions given out. And I kind of feel like this is love given. This is emotion given. This is time given. This is finances given. You may have people that have reached out, feminine, asking for finances or asking for your time and energy, of which you've generously given out, but they brought nothing. What's with this Empress? Yeah. You're expecting some type of conflict to happen, but it's going to shift in your favor, so it doesn't matter. The communications that's coming in, you're just going to take a leap of faith. You're going to drop the baggage of the past, and you're just waiting for things to come in for you. Empress energy. That again, the truth. The Ace of Swords. The Empress receives, and she grows what she receives. If these relationships that are in your life, I think you're starting to see and you're starting to gain your stability. If giving to these situations, I'm not getting anything back in order to grow on that, the reciprocity needs to be, the scales need to be balanced, and I need to find the wisdom to do that. I need to figure that out. I need to turn things back in my favor. Since I've been dishing it, I haven't been getting it. Yeah, I need to hold back. Hold back. Look at things from a different perspective. Manifest what I wish for. Take a little bit more control here. Boss up, level up. Balancing out the masculine and the feminine energy. Also healing things with your masculine in order to get what you wish for. Let's get some final cards for feminine. Eight of Wands kept wanting to come out, so you may, it's like you're seeking some type of, excuse me, it's like it's kind of like you're choosing a path. It's like you're waiting for some things to happen. It's like you're thinking about what's being communicated to you, how communication is coming in. You're trying to look at it from a, I guess, a more wise, spiritual belief or perspective. Excuse me. Let's get one more. Yeah. It's like you're in the understanding we can communicate, but we're not going to come together. Doesn't matter whether it's with your masculine, outside energies, whatever the case may be. Same thing for masculine. Even if it's like you're hopeful for coming together, having the teamwork and all this other good stuff, but that goes with masculine leaving his circle, knowing that how he feels is gonna break some hearts, but he's hopeful about what he's going to collaborate with. That goes with that companionship, that partnership, that teamwork energy. And let my guard down and reveal what I've been hiding, what makes me happy. I'm going to reveal how what needs to be revealed in this situation. So feminine, again, having strength, resisting, holding back, going back to that Four of Pentacles that was at the bottom of the deck. Letting the wheel spin. Just let things fall as they may. We're not going to come together. I'll definitely hold back just because you're communicating. Just because there's communication coming from a higher standpoint, you can communicate all you want. We don't need to come back together. There's no foundation, right? Communication is fine, but there's no trust, there's no physical proof, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot missing here, let alone emotions, besides the ones that needs to be walked away from. Let's go to mutual energy. Yeah. A lot of confusion, starting getting this thing off the ground, getting something planted. So it's like you guys are looking at it and not quite satisfied with what you see, but it's still saying the light is within you. So you have to understand what you're seeing is the energy that you're putting into it. So if you're not putting the energy into it, you kind of got to think about it. Yeah, am I just sitting here thinking about it, trying to figure out how I feel, looking at my options here, not sure of it, or even just daydreaming about it? Or are you tired of daydreaming? Are you kind of bored? Are you going to plant that seed and do what it takes to get it to grow? Queen of Pentacles energy. Have courage to step up and do what needs to be done and nurture a situation. Yeah, it's like you guys want to take that leap of faith. You want to drop the baggage and have a new beginning, start anew. But it's you're not being clear about it. See, reconciliation sideways, three of cups sideways. One more. Yeah, I mean, you guys coming back together is moving forward. It's just there's things aren't clear. Things aren't on the up and up. It's like you guys know exactly what to invest in and how to invest in all that other good stuff. You know how to invest in what you truly want. You just gotta weigh your options, because you guys are stuck doing that. You, him and Han and all this other stuff. And you could be taking that step to go ahead and move forward with it, but you're not quite in the mindset of, oh, this is abundant, this is something fruitful I can invest in. Five of Pentacles energy, and you got to kind of reconcile that. You have to balance that out. You're gonna have to figure out what that means to you. Is it confusing, or is it something you want to invest in? Let's keep going again. Oh, wow. Okay. Time flew by. Let's get some more so we can clarify. I know. There's the King of Pentacles again. It's like you both know what it is. The judgment call is just way heavy on you guys. Reconciling, coming back together is the heavy part. It's the hard part. It's the part that's stopping progress. It's the part that yeah, it's hard to manifest. It's hard to bring it back together when there's so much on you guys' plate. It's at a page level. I do feel feminine is on the right part. It's like, hey, even I'm looking at the communication. I'm looking at the messages coming in to me. I'm paying attention to it. Still not stable. It's coming from a high standpoint. We got 1, 2, 3 majors for feminine and only 2 for masculine. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, I feel like it's time for a change. It's time for a change, guys. I was just counting the majors for the mutual. So you have 3 majors on feminine side, 2 on masculines, 5 in the middle. 2 and 3 make 5. It's time for a change. It's like you guys are at a crossroads trying to make a choice in love, but it's like, look, are you gonna come forward and be different from what used to take place in the connection? Trying to move on. You guys this is just what fell on the ground. Having difficulties moving on to something a little bit more stable, solid. It's that simple. It's just making a choice in love. I mean, you guys have to make that choice. You have to make that choice to do something different, do something better, move away from old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old ways of feeling on the inside. Okay, why do you feel that way? Well, that doesn't stand anymore. Things have cleared out. over time. So what exactly is it that you're holding on to? Is it the past hurt, past pain? Is it the ego? Is it the power struggles? What is it? Let's clarify the Five of Swords. Five of Swords for masculine. Knight of Wands, wanting to rush in. Because he feels very deeply wanting to nurture this new start, this new potential. Look at this. King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. It's like, I know how I feel very deeply. I want to come rushing in. I want to nurture this potential to get things started. I want to start small because this is something that I would like to invest in. This is something I would like to take action on here. But again, the ego, the Five of Swords is in the way. Let's see. One more. Ace of Swords popped out. The Truth. Let's go. Flipped over. This isn't stable. Look at that. Just like I said. Six of Swords. Eight of Wands sideways. Matching feminine here again. Not quite communicating. Wanting to shift the energy. His ego is preventing him from moving on. Moving away from his social circle, as well as moving on to a little bit better establishment with his feminine here. I do get the sense of communicating, but not communicating very clearly. I get subliminal messages, trying to slide communication in sporadically. It's very spotty. Six of Swords. Too many. Six of Swords. Yeah. Not wanting to close out the cycle. So it's like masculine may be wanting to let you know, I don't want this to close out. I don't want this to end. It's not that it has to end. It's that it has to end how it was going. So please keep that in mind, masculines. What was going on, what you've been used to, the norm, the standard, and if you're looking for companionship, the way you've been operating, who you've been around, has that worked out for you? Has it? Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you want to express how you feel. Three of Swords, Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords then. What's behind the Three of Swords? Yeah, heartbroken, wanting to actually heal the situation, wanting things to go in his favor. Page of Wands, clarified by the Emperor in reverse. Feeling a lack of control. Because it's like, I have to wait. I don't want to. Like, knowing that patience is the route for investment and to actually be happy and achieve justice and something fair and in a reasonable, logical manner. Old way gotta come down. Yeah, you gotta surrender it. You gotta let it go in order for you to achieve happiness. Jesus, just repeating. Now, this is a good message today. I'm feeling it. All right, Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Sun and the Hierophant. Like collaborating, working together, building and having teamwork, knowing that is the best way. Clearly, yeah, the old way can't work. You can't exert, couldn't over controlling the situation. But again, with the hope and optimism internally, he feels like there's a lack of control here. There's a lack of leadership here. But it's also him feeling that he is not in his power. He's not in his masculine power, which is totally away from the truth. Because you see, one, you need companionship. Two, you see that the social circle of things or people that you have had around you doesn't work. You see clearly about your beliefs, and it's like, now what? Now what? You gotta let it go. You gotta surrender. Look at that. It always have to come down in order to balance the scales and you get what you want. You have to be wise and emotionally tapped in in order to move on. Six of Swords. Goodness. Okay. All right. Seven of Wands in reverse. Feeling like it's not working because it's see, here's the thing, it's a lack of patience, a wanting to rush, a wanting to speed things up, wanting to see things go in his favor. But see, there's that control thing that goes back to the ego, that pride, that Knight of Wands energy. It's not being stable. You're not yet. The foundation hasn't been laid yet. You've got to build. You haven't done the work. It's like you haven't put in enough work, son. You haven't. There's a lack of it. Look at that. Boom. There's the ego. Hence the confusion about having to wait. Just waiting. Three of Wands, waiting for growth, waiting for things to come to the surface. But it's like you're still following your intuition to do it, though. And you're like, hey, I kind of got to. Leap of faith, right? Clarify the High Priestess in reverse. Wanting to reveal this Empress. See, we got the Emperor and the Empress. We had the Empress come out. The Emperor was at the bottom of the deck. Got the Emperor in reverse, which means it didn't want to come out, which is actually not in his power. But it's like the following you into, revealing who he feels as his Empress and actually tapping in and following his emotions. Again, clarify the High Priestess in reverse once more. Revealing that the Empress is his Ten of Cups. Revealing what makes him happy. Wanting to move forward. Wanting to take that challenge to go forward with direction and purpose. Clarify the Sun just for giggles. Yeah. Satisfied. Shining light that he's been very selfish and overindulgent in the relationship. Just kind of doing whatever he wants, celebrating himself. It's like this one has all these cups around him, and he's raising the ninth one, very satisfied with the connection, for one. But then two, there's still the energy of being selfish and overindulgent, making choices in the connection, which needs to be surrendered in order for success to be achieved and potential growth. Page of Pentacles. Clarify Two of Cups for feminine. Oh. Lack of confusion. I think she's seeing very clearly. I don't feel like the feminine is unsure about how she feels at all. She's fine with waiting. She's waiting for things to grow. She knows that she'll get a return in investment. She's just gonna sit there and go within, waiting for things to balance out so she can get what she wants, get her way. She's waiting for things to crumble down. She's following her heart emotion. She's overcoming challenges and obstacles. I do feel like she's moving full steam ahead as well. A good Chariot energy. Moving forward, definitely moving forward, but it's just not one of those things that's going to be fast. Yep. Walking away, turning her back. She's not really emotionally invested in the connection. I do feel like she's in a resting period because it's not something that she's willing to accept emotionally at this time. She's following her heart. She knows what she is wanting. She knows what she wants emotionally. It's like, hey, if you really want me, I'm gonna not react. I'm not gonna accept just any old thing you throw at me. Yeah, you coming out with sideways, 8 of Wands energy. I can't really jump on that, pounce on that. I'm looking at things from a higher perspective about the communication coming in, and it ain't it. It ain't it. Um, 6 of Pentacles. Clarify 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like, I can see, but I can't quite see. I see giving, but nah, I'm not getting nothing back. No. I see you giving, but I'm not really wanting to reciprocate. I'm kind of hiding my emotions. I'm making a judgment. Being able to make a judgment on what you give, it's a little hard pill to swallow. What you giving ain't giving. Yeah. And it's okay. It's like, I got a little anxiety about that. I need to block it. I don't, it's not giving the energy of this is something solid. Clarify the Hermit. Ace of Cups. Let's see. Clarify the Hermit. Well, going within, being withdrawn, it's like you want it. This relationship is having a new beginning, but it does require self-love and perseveration. It's one of those things to where if you're giving me crumbs, the 6 of Pentacles is breadcrumbing energy as well. It's like, I'm going to have to go within. I'm going to have to withdraw. I know that that's something you want, but I'm not going to act on it. I'm going to sit here and look at it and wait for teamwork, and wait for collaboration, wait for things to build on themselves. I'm hopeful and optimistic as well. Going back to matching the masculine, look at that. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. All underlying energy, Ace of Pentacles. It's like, I see it. Oh, don't get me wrong, buddy. I see it. But it's not where it needs to be. You need to level it up. Clarify the Empress. I expect 10 of Pentacles. I expect something that's going to be stable, secure, successful for a long time. And if you're giving the bare minimum, and if that, you're giving it sporadically, you're giving it spotty, I'm going to have to go within. I'd rather be successful and stable on my own. Hermit energy, I'd rather withdraw and be secure on my own. Cut that out. It's like there's a power struggle. You may be seeming like you're like trying to be difficult, but it's not an energy of difficulty. It's like, hey, cut all that out. Just take your time. Move a little slower, amp it up, right? Because we did have the Page of Pentacles energy, and I do get a sense of step it up, level it up. It's like you've had that blossoming come, and but yeah, level it up so you can eventually get to the king. You know what to invest in, and you know what not to now. You're choosing a direction to get what you want, and that's not what's being presented to you right now. I'm asleep on that. Hierophant, look at that. It's like you feel the toxicity and you want to put an end to it. You want to close that out. Let's get one more for the Hierophant. You feel like it's still present. It came out sideways like it needed to be in reverse. it's like it's still present, and it does need a little bit more TLC in order for things to be, doing whatever it takes, doing whatever needs to be done, and saying, hey, this, I'll wait, doing what it needs to do. I'll wait for things to come crashing down so we can get started. I don't mind putting up a fight and being disappointed and being on my own because I'm following my intuition. Eight of Wands, clarify the Eight of Wands. I'm going to have to pause in a second here, guys. Eight of Wands, moving forward. You're getting in communication about moving forward. You're watching, you're observing. You yourself are still moving forward, though. Following your heart. Okay? What's the Four of Wands in reverse? Yeah. You've mastered your emotional maturity. You're not taking any action because, yes, things are not stable. You're being emotionally mature. You're being emotionally stable and actually saying this is something that I need to stick around from. You see things from a different perspective. You see things that needs to be resisted from and things that don't need to be acted upon, and you'll actually gain success by doing it that way. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to pause here. One moment. All right. Thank you, and I apologize. But, yeah, the mutual energy. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. Yeah. You have to overcome options, confusions, in order for you guys to come back together. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords. You have to decide to let you both have to decide to let your guards down, let go of resistance and putting up a fight and all this other stuff. You gotta overcome that. That's why I'm saying have courage. And actually express how you feel. I know circumstances prevent us from being that way, but whatever is being said or not being said, you have to take it as, okay, I see you trying, but I can't act on something that's not there. So if the conversation is coming in spotty, like you want to talk, but then it's just a hi, I can't act on that. I can just look at it, but I can't really do anything. I'm going to have to sleep on that. Clarify the Fool. Yeah, you guys are trying to figure out how to work together, how to actually build on this. Like you're trying to do things strategically, but in a fair manner. You're trying to strategize how to be fair in this situation. Holding back, but again, wanting to get this thing started and open up emotionally. Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. Too many. Clarify the Moon. I think you guys are trying to be fair and avoid from the whole thing falling apart, which is okay by taking baby steps, but it's creating more conflict within you and making you guys have to wait. You have to be able to control your actions in any given situation. Or else if you're moving fast, slow, whatever pace you're at, the control that you exert internally for yourself and knowing how to act and, just having that under close watch, have enough courage King of Wands. This King of Wands is not afraid. Okay? And actually, if we look at this here, Queen of Wands wants to pop out throughout the reading. Kind of match the energies, huh? Alright. Sorry, I made a mess out of these cards today, and I normally keep them straight, but... Alright, so where are we? I'm trying to avoid the collapse. Or a collapse, or a tower moment, something that tears everything apart. Clarify the Three of Cups. Okay. Not quite enthused or happy with what is actually manifesting. So that's why I was saying you have to be aware of what you're bringing forth. So if you're not deciding to put your guards down, or stop fighting, putting up walls and defenses, you also have to figure out or decide, weigh options to work together, collaborate, come back together, or even just reunite emotionally. You got to figure out what you want. You got to have to be very clear on your communications, very clear in your thoughts, very clear about what you want, very clear on the decisions that you're making, because we still have the Seven of Cups. You're going to have to overcome any confusion. You have to, in order to move forward. Clear about how you, what I just say, make a decision on how you feel. Clarify the Chariot. Holding back. One more. Okay. It's kind of like you guys need to just hold on and go with the flow. If you guys are talking, you're talking. If you guys aren't talking, you're not talking. It's kind of like maintain what is happening, the consistency, and have patience of getting here to it. Because you're overthinking. You're overthinking about how you feel. You're overthinking about what you're intuitively moving towards. It's just like, if you just kind of let it go, judgment, being strategic, it's like ego is winning. You guys are having a battle of ego, and your egos are winning. You're following intuition, you're manifesting here because you both feel abandoned, left out in the cold. You feel there's some type of lack. You both want to commit. You both want to invest in the situation. You both want to, but it's just the energy of being stuck in your head, overthinking about how you feel, trying to make head over heart decisions is actually leaving the situation out in the cold here with the Death card. That needs to change on both sides. Let's get some romance angels. We close out. I thought I was going to try and get it down to at least 40 minutes. It still went over. But I feel like it was a good read. I tried. Guess that's just not in me, so it is what it is. For masculine, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Boom. What did I say? Thinking about it, all that good stuff. Doesn't want things to close. Doesn't want things to end. And it's saying free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Why? Because you see very clearly about how your beliefs in your social circle what it has gotten you, and you're kind of heartbroken about it. Being that what you feel is gonna hurt other people. free yourself from that, because that's not your feelings. You're hurting yourself by staying that way. Okay? Mutual romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes. New love. Yes. A new person that stirs your romantic feelings. It's time to disconnect from the world. You both have to disconnect from what isn't serving the connection, the relationship, or your feelings. They are real. They are worth exploring. And yes, this is a new love, but hey, you guys know each other before. It's like it's new, but it's old, right? It's a renewal. What did I say? Feminine. You deserve love. You are lovable. You can resist. You do require a certain amount of love. You know that you are lovable. You are aware of your worth. I do feel with the Empress out. I do feel with the longevity and clear about taking your time through this process and not just pouncing on whatever is given to you is definitely benefiting you along your journey, because that's where it says here, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Look at that. You are aware. You see very clearly with the Hierophant, and then even the toxicity, the level. It wanted to come out, it came out sideways. We turn it upright because it's still present, right? Till it's in reverse, it's not. So underneath the deck, the underlying energy says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So it's like, you have had that spirit. That's boom. You are experiencing the spiritual blossoming. You're clear about where the relationship needs to go. Religious factors here, Hierophant here, and calling in your soulmate. Prayers, affirmations, visualizations. Boom. I think that's very self-explanatory, but as always, keep a positive mindset. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you guys later.